Orcas Public Library again, and I've got a book, maybe even two books again this week, and I thought we would talk about safety. But safety doesn't mean that it has to be boring. Oh no, we have a good story for you, one of my favorites, and it is called Officer Buckle and Gloria, and it's written by Peggy Rathmann and illustrated by Peggy as well. And it looks like it is published by G.P. Putnam's Sons. And so we're going to thank them for letting us read this in quarantine. So maybe you could say it too, right? Let's hear it. I think I heard a thank you. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay, let's start the book. Officer Buckle knew more safety tips than anyone else in Napville. Every time he thought of a new one, he thumbtacked it to his bulletin board. Safety tip number 77. Never stand on a swivel chair. Oh, I hope you never do that. Officer Buckle shared his safety tips with the students at Napville School. Nobody ever listened. Sometimes there was snoring. Afterwards, it was business as usual. Mrs. Topple, the principal, took down the welcome banner. Never stand on a swivel chair, said Officer Buckle, but Mrs. Topple didn't hear him. Then, one day, Napville's police department bought a police dog named Gloria. And when it was time for Officer Buckle to give the safety speech at the school, Gloria went along. Children, this is Gloria, announced Officer Buckle. Gloria obeys my commands. Gloria, sit. And Gloria sat. Yes, she did. Officer Buckle gave safety tip number 1. Keep your shoelaces tied. The children sat up and stared. Officer Buckle checked to see if Gloria was sitting at attention. She was. Look at her over there. Safety tip number 2, said Officer Buckle. Always wipe up spills before someone slips and falls. And the children's eyes popped. Officer Buckle checked on Gloria again. Good dog, he said. Officer Buckle thought of a safety tip he had discovered that morning. Never leave a thumbtack where you might sit on it. The audience roared. Ah! Officer Buckle grinned. He said the rest of the tips with plenty of expression, and the children clapped their hands and cheered, and some of them laughed until they cried, and Officer Buckle was surprised. He never noticed how funny safety tips had been, and after this safety speech, there wasn't a single accident. Look at Gloria. The next day, an enormous envelope arrived at the police station. It was stuffed with thank you letters from the students at Napville School, and every letter had a drawing of Gloria on it. Officer Buckle thought the drawings showed a lot of imagination. Look at some of those. And this one says, Dear Gloria and Officer Buckle, thanks for coming to our school. You are nice, your friend George. Oh, and then there's a whole bunch of other ones there. Yeah. His favorite letter was written on a star-shaped piece of paper, and it said, You and Gloria make a good team. Your friend Claire. P.S. I always wear a crash helmet, which is safety tip number 7. Officer Buckle was thumbtacking Claire's letter on his bulletin board when the phone started ringing. Grade schools, high schools, and daycare centers were calling about the safety speech. Officer Buckle, they said, our students want to hear your safety tips, and please bring along that police dog. Officer Buckle told his safety tips to 313 schools. Everywhere he and Gloria went, children sat up and listened. After every speech, Officer Buckle took Gloria out for ice cream. Officer Buckle loved having a buddy. Let's see what... Then one day, a television news team videotaped Officer Buckle in the State College auditorium. When he finished safety tip number 99, do not go swimming during electrical storms, the students jumped to their feet and applauded. Bravo, bravo, they cheered. Officer Buckle bowed again and again. And that night, Officer Buckle watched himself on the 10 o'clock news. The next day, the principal of Knappville School telephoned the police station. Good morning, Officer Buckle. It's time for our safety speech. Officer Buckle frowned. I'm not giving any more speeches. Nobody looks at me anyway. Oh, said Mrs. Topple. Well, how about Gloria? Could she come? Someone else from the police station gave Gloria a ride to school. Gloria sat on stage looking lonely, and then she fell asleep, and so did the audience. After Gloria left, Knappville School had its biggest accident ever. Oh, look at Officer Buckle. He doesn't look very happy, does he? What about Gloria? Does she look happy? Not really, no. Oh, it started with a puddle of banana pudding. Splat, splatter, splosh. Everyone slid smack into Mrs. Topple, who screamed and let go of her hammer. And what else did she do? What else was she doing she wasn't supposed to be doing? I think you guys know. Standing on a swivel chair. Not good, right? The next morning, a pile of letters arrived at the police station. Every letter had a drawing of the accident. Officer Buckle was shocked. At the bottom of the pile was a note written on a paper star. Officer Buckle smiled. The note said, if you go really close, it says, Gloria missed you yesterday. Your friend Claire. P.S. Don't worry. I was wearing my helmet. Safety tip number 7. Gloria gave Officer Buckle a big kiss on the nose, and Officer Buckle gave Gloria a nice pat on the back. Then Officer Buckle thought of his best safety tip yet. Safety tip 101, always stick with your buddy. And there Officer Buckle is with his buddy. Yeah, that's a really good safety tip. I think that's probably one of the best safety tips of all. I know. I hope you like that one. That was a good one. I've got another one though. Maybe just a really short one. And you might know all of these safety things, but maybe it's just good to review them. And plus, there's dinosaurs, so it's even better, right? And this one's called How Do Dinosaurs Stay Safe? And it is written by Jane Yolen and Mark Teague. Let's take a look. And this one is published by the Blue Sky Papers. So we're really thankful to have them allowing us to read it in quarantine. Are you ready? Let's open it up. Next one. How does a dinosaur stay safe all day, whether at home or at school or at play? Does he climb up too high? Does he? I think I can hear you say, no. Okay. Or jump on his bed? No. Does he race on his bike with no helmet on his head? No. Okay, you help me with this one. Is he rough with the cat? Does he stand on chairs? No. We learned that one from the last one, right? Swivel chairs or chairs at all. When Mama says no, does he run down the stairs? Let me hear. No. If anyone dares him, does he always try to jump from the rooftop as if he could fly? No. No, a dinosaur doesn't, and I'll tell you why. When crossing the street, he holds Mama's hand tight, and he's ever so watchful to cross with the light. See? He's careful with forks and knives and spoons when he eats. He never goes off with strangers he meets. And when swimming with friends, he is careful to be right at the spot where his papa can see. There he is. He wears a good helmet when riding a bike. There it is. Yes. Takes bottles of water when on a long hike. Can you see that little right there? Yeah. Keeps hydrated. Always safe and never sorry. In playtime and fun, our dinosaur knows how to dial 911. He's careful, not fearful. So here's a big roar. Stay safe, play safe, little dinosaur. There he is. A little tiny wagon. Yes. Good. Well, I hope you like that one, and I hope, I'm sure you probably know all those safety tips, but it's good to get a reminder every once in a while about some of those things, like crossing the road and putting your helmet on, not standing on chairs. Oh, I'm sure I missed a couple more that you can remember. So I hope you like those stories. We'll be back next week, and bye-bye.